Hey, I totally forgot, and a friend just reminded me, hey, you haven't given us an update. So my bad. I'm real quick. I am actually in my husband's office. I stole his space, so my husband. Let me stop being silly. Big shout out to my husband who's always been very supportive of me. He doesn't know that I'm doing these videos. Like I send him like little updates through the day and I'm pretty sure he probably looks at his phone and be like, oh Lord, here she go. And then he moves on with the rest of his day because I sent him all kind of stuff throughout the whole day. But I do want to send a big shout out to him, even though he doesn't know I'm doing these videos, because I think he's always been very supportive of everything I do. And I am kind of one of those people that I could want to do so many random things throughout the day and throughout the week. And he's just always been like, all right, baby, whatever. I got you. I'm 100% behind you. Or even with the last role, as far as why I was here, it was a very toxic and not a very good fit. And he was very much like, you know what, you don't have to put up with that, baby, come home. And that's what I did. I came home in case, because it was a mess. It was a mess. But either way, updates. So this weekend, I am working all weekend at McDonald's with a smile. Yes. Kind of excited, but then also just like, oh God, I'm probably by next week, I'm going to be probably sore as I don't know what, because I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So this will actually be the first weekend that I've worked a weekend and I don't know how long. And normally me and my husband, we're kind of cheesy. We do the typical old lady Costco and husband type runs and go out for all of that. But he'll be all right. I get off at 2, so we could still probably do some things. I had 2 interviews yesterday. I had an interview in the morning where they've already asked for a second interview, so that's good. The second one yesterday in the afternoon was a second interview. I think it went well, but I'm like my biggest critic. And it was one of those interviews where they asked a lot about culture and how I am as a leader. And as a leader, I lead with empathy and accountability. And I also like to create like environments where staff members feel seen and supported, because throughout my career, not necessarily in leadership, I've been in situations where I didn't feel like I was seen or supported. That's why as a leader, I'm 100% on board where I want you to be seen and heard. Or even if we're in a situation where it's something I necessarily can't help you with, I'm going to be very transparent and I'm going to let you know I'm sorry, and I'm going to explain to you why I can't necessarily help you with that situation, if that makes sense. But the questions I feel about that were spot on. And then the other person that was on the interview was very about technical things, and I didn't necessarily know what he wanted. I was told in advance, which was cool, that he wants the details. He doesn't want a broad answer, and I tried to give him as much details as possible. But certain technology is, you can use it for several different things, especially when it comes to like call center stuff. But anyway, I think it went well. A particular lady reached out to me about a practice manager situation that was here locally where I'm at. The interview was for 10:30 and baby girl ghosted me. It's like, I mean, I usually log on because they're all virtual. And by the way, I still have braids, but I put on my little smooth wig right now. It looks a hot mess in the back because my braids is poking, but the front hopefully looks decent, y'all. So baby girl ghosted me. I'm kind of annoyed because, you know, I didn't have to put all this on because that was the only thing I had to do today. I could have slept in, but it is what it is. And I know that's a big thing now, is people are getting ghosted in the industry when they're going for interviews. People are, you know, you could do an interview and never hear anything back, which is sad. An email, like, not, you don't even need to call that person back, but it's an email, and a lot of us don't even get that. I've been in situations where I've had an interview and I didn't even get an email back. I emailed them to kind of get some type of, you know, what happened, and never got an email back as well. So I'm a little, you know, I'm kind of annoyed, but really not, because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go somewhere today with all this makeup on. But it's kind of frustrating, yes, because, you know, if let's say that was the only interview that I had, I'd probably really be really sad, because I'm like, dang it, the only interview I had, the recruiter didn't even show up. So yeah, I'm not even going to trip on that, but it is what it is. I'm very optimistic. I'm still applying because I feel like, you know, I'm a free agent until something happens. And I do want to give a shout out to my community, like my tribe, everyone that's calls, prays for me. I really appreciate it. One of my dearest friends, I love her so freaking much, was at first, she was like, I was really upset that you had to like go to McDonald's. But at the same time, me and her have always talked openly, like if something ever came down to it, we would go clean toilets or do whatever we needed to do to keep our family in a very good position. And she was like, you're really talking and walking the talk. And so I had to like really, get off that to where, what, Jamie's going out there and doing what she needs to do. So I appreciate that and all the love. And I'm hoping for, some good follow-ups, and anyone that's ever who I'm sending this to, and my friends sends me LinkedIn stuff like, hey girl, check this out. I appreciate that. I appreciate everything. And hopefully pretty soon I'll be telling you guys that I got an offer. So have a great weekend. I definitely am going to be working all this weekend, serving up Big Macs, but I'm excited. Hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.